Woman of Steel, Secretary-Treasurer of the Ontario Federation of Labour. Nancy, if you'd come to the mic.
Sisters and brothers, it's hard to believe it's a year. I was here the night you lit your first barrel. The night that they closed the gates and you went on strike. A number of you were here, and who would have thought a year later the company would still treat you with such disrespect and blatant disregard for the workers that built this plant to what it was, a profitable and safe plant. And through the bargaining process, you've now seen what they really think of the workers here that made this plant one of the best in their chain, one of the best to produce cans that weren't scab cans, obviously, and faulty, but were cans made with quality and pride. And you now saw that name by name by name on the list, that they don't want many of you back, which hurts. It hurts. It's incredible to think that when you made this plant and this company and these people profitable, that they've now tagged you, many of you, most of you, to not going back. You're now not good enough. So this is a bigger fight and a broader fight, and that's why I'm here not only as a steelworker, but on behalf of the Ontario Federation of Labour, because your fight now represents what companies will be looking for across the globe as a model or as a template on how to break a union. But that, my friends, won't happen with this group, this membership, because you are standing shoulder to shoulder, not only with yourselves, but with the labor movement, and you're going to make sure that this company doesn't break this local.
Here, here.
Right? We're going to make sure that this company doesn't break this local. And I'm just, in closing, I will just say that please support your bargaining committee. There will be forces out there that will try and sway you to turning on your committee. They will try and entice you with little packages or perks to turn on each other. Don't fall for it, sisters and brothers, because all we have in this struggle is each other as working people, and we have to stand together. Whether you're a Unifor member, an ONA member, a Unite Here member, an OPSU member, a steelworker, we must stand together and take this on, because this is what the companies across the globe want to do. You are now fighting for all of us, sisters and brothers, and I thank you so much on behalf of myself as a steelworker, and I will be there when you put out that barrel. I hope to be there standing with you once again. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Nancy. We're now having Andrea Babington, who is the Vice President of the Toronto and York Region Labour Council. Andrea, if you come forward, please.
Oh yeah, old school. Do it.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so I just want to say that I'm here on behalf of the Toronto and York Region Labour Council and also Unite Here Local 75. And I want to say that we're here in solidarity, and for one, a year later, that you're standing stronger. And I just want to say, I think I was just here looking, and I was looking at Dee's t-shirt that it says, whatever it takes. And I want to say to you as well that you're going to send the message to this employer that 1 year later, it's whatever it takes to break them. This employer is no different from the ones that we fight every day. It's really about disrespect. It's about exploiting workers.
was tied up in another meeting. So we're delighted to be able to say that we have got the support of unions like Unite Here, Local 75, and of course the Toronto and York Region Labour Council, and of course the Ontario Federation of Labour, as Nancy Hutchison so eloquently spoke earlier. So the next speaker will be President Liz Pimentel from the Unite Here, Local 75. And come on up, Liz. And I see you've given a strike donation of $500 to the strike fund for the local, which is absolutely wonderful. Thank you. So say a few words, my friend.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Liz Pimentel. I'm the president of Unite Here Local 75. I wasn't expecting to speak today. I thought Andrea did a pretty darn good job. What do we all think? Yeah? We're here. We wanted to make a small contribution to the strike fund. So we've got a $500 check for the local here to help with the picket line and the catering and all that good stuff. So we wanted to bring that, and we were very, very proud to march with you in the Labor Day parade this past Labor Day. We really, really believe as a local that this whole project that we're endeavoring to do, to build good jobs for families, it's just not going to work if we don't do it together. We got to do it together. And so we're here with you. We're going to keep being here with you. Anything you need, you just let Unite Here know. We'll be there. Okay? So solidarity!
Thank you very much, Liz. And as I said, this is a strike donation of $500 to the local, so thank you very much. I also have and will be giving to Lawrence a collection that was made at the Toronto and York Region Labour Council, approximately $450 on Thursday, also for the strike fund. So the workers are going deep into their pockets trying to help you out, because as we've said so many times before, you're working here, you're fighting here, not just for yourselves, but for every working man and woman across this country. Because if you win, we all win. And that's why everyone is so committed to this struggle. I want now to introduce Lawrence Hay, who is the staff representative for the local, and who is struggling side by side, shoulder to shoulder with them from day one. So please, a warm welcome to Lawrence.
Thanks, Carolyn. I just want to, take a moment to thank everybody for being here. You don't know how important it is to the strikers to have this type of support. It lifts their spirits. It's been a long, hard year, and without the support of Carolyn and the Steelworker Toronto Area Council, I want to make a special thanks to them, because they've been with us steadfast all the way through and have really helped us. I know that people have touched on what's happened, and yes, we filed an unfair labor practice complaint with the ministry to try and force this company back to the table. But let me just talk a minute about how misguided this company really is. A year ago, they came to the bargaining table, and in September, they decided that they wanted to try and bully a committee and a membership into accepting a substandard deal. And they were wrong. They were wrong. Then they tried to bring in scabs into the plant because they thought they could make good quality cans with scabs. And guess what? They were wrong. They were wrong. They also decided that in March that they would force us to a vote, a government supervised vote, and that they would try and get our membership to sell their local union representation for $450. And guess what? They were wrong. They were wrong. This is an employer that thinks that they're going to win this fight and break this union. And let me tell you something, they're wrong. They're not going to break this union. And I want to thank each and every one of these strikers for standing shoulder to shoulder together to take on this vicious employer. And this is an employer that we're going to take on right across the world. We've linked up with our global partners. We're going to take them on. We're going to win this fight. Together we can win it. Solidarity forever, brothers and sisters. We will win this fight. Thank you. And I'd like now to ask my president, one of the activists on the line, stalwart in this strike from the very, very beginning. He's been on those road trips we've taken down to Massachusetts, down to Philly, down to New York City, and he's done everything he can to fight alongside. More rounds.
stars.